The last one before tea. Break for tea after the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. And it's single sculling again. New Zealand against Australia. Southern Hemisphere battle, very much in the Northern Hemisphere.
It's a long way to travel for a trans-Tasman race.
Yeah. Hannah Osborne against Jennifer Cleary of Australia. Jennifer Cleary on the buck station. This will be a good duel. Australia against New Zealand.
When an age against an experience over the younger Kiwi.
Yeah, it's her first year racing at senior international level.
And she's obviously a deck ahead. But Hannah is a local girl from Waikato area, right near where the New Zealand training center is. She's been on the underboats. This is her first year, as you said, on the national team. But she's giving away 30 pounds.
I saw her rowing in the World Cup in Poznan. I was out there in Poland a couple of weeks back, and she came 5th in the women's single sculls out in Poland. Hannah Osborne, who's right there. If she finishes 5th in a World Cup event, you'd have thought she could have a chance against Jennifer Cleary.
So we'll see what happens here. Hannah is on the left-hand side of your screen. He's stroking about 3 beats per minute lower than Jennifer from Australia.
Hannah Osborne, the lighter of the two athletes. 5 kilogram difference.
Jennifer rowing for Mercantile Boat Club, which is where the Awesome Foursome came from.
That's right.
And the bowman of that winning pair just a few races ago, Dunkley Smith, is also from Mercantile.
Of Olympic medals.
And here comes the superior training of Hannah Osborne, moving away into open water. She was rowing 3 strokes a minute lower, staying composed, while Jennifer had to work harder to stay next to her.
Yeah, so the New Zealander at the moment on the Berkshire station, on the right of your picture, in the ascendancy, studying environmental planning and working at Anytime Fitness in Cambridge in New Zealand.
She comes from a farm. Her parents are farmers.
Busy lady.
The small town of Kititi.
So, Hannah Osborne, this is a good experience gatherer for her, isn't it? In her first full senior season, coming to Henley, getting through to the weekend and getting decent opposition as well, having to work hard to progress.
Yes, this will be a total different experience in racing in New Zealand. With the match racing and the booms, she's managed to avoid that, and now with a length or 2 open water, she can really take advantage and memorize the course for tomorrow, which will be a much closer race.
Great for the event to have so much support from New Zealand and from Australia, perhaps less so, but the full New Zealand international team packed up in Poland a couple of weeks ago and headed over here. And really good for the regattas, and in these non-Olympic years we get the world's very best here, whereas in an Olympic year they're all off in their training camps. A lot of them can't make it, but great to see New Zealand here in force.
Yes, well, the Kiwi national team is very experienced. The head coach, Noel Donaldson, has been in the game for 30 years, and he knows it's very important that every oarsman races to Henley at least once. And this is a great time, the year after the Olympics, to do that. And to win the singles race is just a unique experience for any single sculler.
At Henley. Be interesting to see what impact it has on these rowers come Lucerne in, well, a week's time, isn't it? The heats day on the World Cup in Lucerne.
I mean, coming in 5th 2 weeks ago in Poznan, this will give her a good boost. Of beating a very strong Aussie who was in the Rio quad that came in 7th.
It'll give her a good boost, but at the same time there might be a bit of fatigue kicking in, where others who have stayed away will be fresher potentially for the World Cup in Lucerne.
Tim,
do you buy
always race over rest.
Yeah, that's what they always say, isn't it? Much more fun to be out on the water racing than in the gym training.
No, just the experience of racing. Even if you get tired and bodily fatigued, having that experience, I'll take that and dead legs. over just watching.
For the longer term, or thinking about Lucerne next week, is this going to be the best thing to be here competing maybe 3 or 4 times on the water over a long course on the river, giving yourself the best chance to win in Lucerne, or giving yourself the best chance to do well in, say, Tokyo in 2020?
Doing well in Tokyo in 2020, doing well today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and you'll do well in Lucerne.
Yeah, okay.
She can rest. The Kiwi team comes with their own massage, so she'll get a good rub down when she's finished and be ready for tomorrow. But the experience is so much more important than the physical effort, in my mind. Most coaches would probably disagree with me.
Yeah, I'm going to text
But
you.
race experience is so vital, especially for Hannah, who's on the younger edge of her career.
I'll be keeping a close eye on it out in when I'm out there in Switzerland next week, and you'll be the first I'll text if I detect any weariness.
Well, text quick, because I'm actually moving to New Zealand in a week. Believe I'm serious. There's Jennifer still finishing strong.
Yeah. The Princess Royal Challenge Cup. Hannah Osborne leading from New Zealand. They're in front of the grandstands now. Jennifer Cleary working hard to try and make her presence felt. Very experienced athlete, Jennifer Cleary. And for Hannah Osborne there, this has been a tremendous performance. And as Sean rightly says, really good experience going into the challenges that lie ahead, including this weekend.
And mentally beating a woman that has 30 pounds on her. That's a big, big giveaway on a single. And to do that on a Henley course is very important mentally for her. What a wonderful boost. I'm sure her parents are jumping up and down in their gumboots, watching from New Zealand.
From the farm. Well done to Hannah Osborne. Emphatic win. Really good win from the New Zealander against Australia's Jennifer Cleary.